As Team South Africa heads to the World Economic Forum, it says the country's narrative is positive and strong. It says the story is of increasing stability and growth with a focus on topics such as trade and investment, digital transformation and sustainable energy transitions. The team says its presence at the forum is important for promoting global collaboration and addressing critical issues facing both government and the private sector. SABC News' economics editor Tshepo Mongoai joins me in studio. Tshepo, welcome to On Point. You'll be joining the team going to Davos. You guys are leaving tomorrow. But I'm more curious about during the preparations what Team South Africa will be selling to the rest of the world this time around. Dynamics have changed dramatically in the past few years that Team South Africa has been going. Can we expect 2025 for SA to be different, and how so?
Well, international investors are a very important stakeholder for the South African economy. Yeah. And sometimes they've been raising a number of concerns with the direction of the economy and a lack of failure to address some of the challenges that had been highlighted. The sovereign rating has been one that has highlighted a number of challenges, and the fact that there seems to be no urgent attention to those issues. And of course, the state capture also tainted the image of the country. Yeah. So I think this time around, following the government of national unity, remember the South African government after 1994 was actually founded on that principle, where in a way there's shared power, where there's always been negotiations within the National Party that there must be power sharing in a way that the ANC should not have ultimate power. Somehow that reality is here. So they're going back to the international investors to say that, well, we are united as a country, but not only that, but we are dealing with the issues that had been raised on the global scale, concerns that are actually affecting economic growth of the country, the issues of structural reforms that the government came up with is actually a path that government has identified that will in a way be able to deal with issues of logistics, crime and corruption, energy as well, youth unemployment. These are the issues that for quite some time have really been holding South Africa backward. So that's the messaging, and it's not business, it's not government, but there is kind of unity among all the stakeholders, big business as well as government, who are actually leading this, and they are united this time as Team South Africa in the engagement with international investors and everyone else who's interested in South Africa.
At the end of the day, each visit to the World Economic Forum, its benefit needs to be filtered down to the people. Do you think that these reforms and steps that have been taken by government will be enough to convince South Africans and to start to spur investment into the country once again?
No, absolutely. It's just that sometimes when these discussions happen, they are on a higher level. And sometimes people may not be aware of how these things actually affect them. Number one is we do not have enough resources within our economy to undertake some of the projects. We need the backing of international investors. So it's important that we have their backing and confidence so that they can bring in money to do that. Not only for government, but even private companies that are partnering with government. They need international investors. Yes, we can raise money on our markets and we are able to do that, but it's just not enough in dealing with some of these challenges. So it's important that we get a buy-in from international investors, but also improve our standing in terms of how we are faring as an investment destination and how we are perceived, so that we can actually bring in, it doesn't have to be bricks and mortar in terms of investment, but also capital inflows on our local bourse.
Yeah, well explained. Thank you so much, Tshepo. Tshepo Mongoai is the economics editor here at the SABC News, and we're going to take a short break. When we come back, I'm going to have markets news for you.